I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is the 7th of October 2020. Sheep Guarding Llama, welcome to the show. And what a gorgeous morning. Of course, I'm recording this on the 8th, first thing in the morning. Well, maybe 10 o'clock. And it is just glorious out. The sun's coming out, but it's cloudy enough that it's not too bright, and it's a perfect temperature. It is really nice out today. We're still on air conditioning, but only a couple days left. We are expected to hit 90, I think in about 3 days. And listen to the birds. This is wonderful. But I think after this little bit of heat, we're gonna be cool enough that we're gonna be just going to fresh air after that. So today, Tuesday, the 7th, that we're doing this video for, quite a busy day. I was on the phone all day, non-stop meetings the entire day, all really good stuff. So very successful day, but I was exhausted by the end of the day, absolutely exhausted. So no real particular news, just it was a crazy busy but good day. Tomorrow, have another good meeting going on that's already scheduled at 12:30. Had to push it off from today because we were so busy with other good meetings today, and hoping for a lot of busyness tomorrow, the same as today. But yeah, wild. So last night, on the night of the 6th, I had forgotten to mention that Dominica and I had started the new Netflix series Emily in Paris. So we watched probably about half of the first season of that. And then tonight, on the 7th, we finished binging that, made it through all those episodes. Pretty good. It is definitely from the people who did Sex and the City, but much better being set in Paris. But, you know, Sex and the City, part of it was showing New York. And this is taking the same theme. There's a lot of showing Paris. And we particularly like it because we were just in Paris a year ago, and it was our first time, and now watching it, it's like, we've been there, every single thing. You're like, they shot the entire thing in the Latin Quarter. We recognize the cafe, we know the place where they're walking, we know the bridge that they're on, we know the things in the background, we know exactly where they are everywhere, and that always makes it a lot nicer to connect to a movie. It makes it fun. So anyway, that's what we've been watching. Lula is now past her 3 days, and I know I haven't mentioned this for a couple days because there hasn't been really any news. The last thing we heard was a couple days ago, and things were going great, and she was playing and wonderful, and it appears that things have just defaulted to them keeping her. All the reports have been that she's doing great. All the reports are that they just love her, and there's never been a hint of any chance of her coming back to us. So it looks like things have worked out, and she has been adopted, which is so great. And we just have really missed her the last several days. It's been very rough. Every time you turn around, you're kind of hoping that you're going to find this little Boston Terrier there, and she's not. So that has been a little bit difficult, but we have we are definitely happy that she has found her forever home and that things are going well. She really deserves it. Clive is continuing to get bigger and bigger. We've actually had him for at least 3 weeks, I think, at this point. He is around 11 weeks old. We got him, I believe, at 8 or just turning 9. He has noticeably grown. He is doing so much better without Lula in the house because he can just run everywhere now. And of course, that has its own problems, but the freedom to get exercise, and he wears himself out, and he's not constantly trying to get off the couch because obviously he wants to get off the couch. And he still sleeps in a cage at night, but he snuggles on the couch for the first several hours until we go to bed. Then we put him in the cage, and then he wakes up in the middle of the night, and often Paul's already awake, so we just take him out and hand him to Paul, and Paul then takes him out and does stuff, and then he ends up falling asleep on the couch again in the morning. I may be referring to Paul or Clive. I'll let you guess. And Mia is, of course, very happy not having Lula constantly there. So she's just, all the dogs are just doing great and happy. Luciana is on her first day of recovering from her foot surgery. She's doing great. It's really healing, and she is just so happy that the whole thing is done. That was, you know, kind of a traumatic ordeal, but she's taking it like a trooper. I just can't believe how well she's handled the whole thing. And she has to do soaking of her toes and every few hours, and changing the bandages, and obviously it still hurts, but it's been going great, and it's just a matter of course. She's not complaining about it or anything, and she keeps saying, oh, I'm just so glad I got this done. I'm so glad that we did this. I only wish we would have done it sooner, stuff like that. And so really just handling it, so that has been really good. And that is about all the news we have from here. We had salmon for dinner, and tomorrow's more work, so I'll see everyone tomorrow.